Welcome back everybody. You missed me outdoors. Yeah, I missed you too, but as you see now the grass is cut. I can do my videos, but of course it was not always raining on, raining off. And it looks like the next rain clouds are coming. So let's get started. Today I have something especially for my patrons. The Locust double limb bow, Locust crab double limb bow by Csaba Grozer. He developed this bow a while ago. I saw already long ago a prototype, and then last year when I was with him he let me shoot one of his first versions. This is now already the second version, and I said my patrons voted for it, they wanted to have one, so I ordered one from Csaba. So, and there is of course now a lot to talk about this bow, but I don't, because I'm not a bow builder, I'm not an expert in all this stuff. I don't know how you call this construction now. It's a double limb bow and it works with compression and what have you. Others like Ronald wrote already big essays about how and what this bow is supposed to be. For me it's a bow and I want to shoot the bow. I got the left hand version so I can shoot thumb release. So patrons, keep this in mind. If you're lefty, this bow might be good for you for 3-finger. If you're right-handed one, this bow is better suited for thumb draw. The specifications and all this stuff, I mean, you can check on the website from Csaba Grozer, and I posted here that you can see it quickly what it's all about. It's a Locust crab double limb, the new version, left-hand version. It's 37 pounds. You can adjust the poundage here, plus minus 2.5 pounds. The string is 53.5, the riser is 25, the limbs are 22, the draw weight is, as said, 37 plus minus 2.5, the max draw is 31, the brace height is 8, and the price is 756 when I made the video, but I don't know, the prices change sometimes. So this is all I can tell you. What I can tell you is you get this, I don't know what exactly material it is, riser. On the photo it looked reddish, and when I got it, it was a little more brownish, so the color is now not so mine, but it's fine. But the rest of this bow, you have really interesting, even a string bridge here. Then you have this connection part here for the two limbs. It's totally interesting, and you can think of this bow what you like. First of all, it's not a compound bow and what have you, it's a double limb bow. There are no wheels, no pulleys, no cables, no strings, no nothing, only one string later. But I like that people like Csaba always come up with something new, they invent something. Last time in a podcast a while ago, there was a saying, yeah, you know, now everything is developed, what shall be new in archery? This, as example, is new in archery. And I like this idea. What you get is obviously the bow and the string. And then you get, of course, an invoice. You get a documentation or 2 or 3. And here's something about composite laminate, so his flyers. Always good to have advertising material. No, going back there. So then you get a second string, or I got a second string. And you get everything in the back. And you get a set of Allen keys, so you can modify your bow to your liking. And you even get new business cards. Or I'm not sure if they are new, because on the back there's still his bicycles. I don't know if he makes his bicycles anymore. So this is all what you get. And for the rest you have here all mounting options for sights and for plungers, which comes with it, but it was not in my box now because I don't need it anyway. You can mount arrow rests as you wish. That's all I can tell. 765 euros. If I start with my minor gripes, would be this here. I am not sure if the camera will pick it up. It looked like this riser was already thrown around sometimes and is quite likes to get some scratches, so it's a little beaten up. So if I would be picky, I would say, Csaba, that's not a new riser. I would like to have a new one, especially here. You see that I don't like this. And the second thing is it's a rather expensive bow. And then you get this €1.50 arrow rest on it. So I think we could do better there and put here directly, matching to this premium appearance, a bit better arrow rest, I think. But that's me. What little do I know. Shall we string it? Okay. So wish me luck with stringing. Let's see if there's a shorter or longer one. I don't know. We take one down and we see what happens. So these knocks are quite small and the string loops are quite sturdy, so you really need to make sure that you apply enough pressure here, or pull, not pressure, that they don't come off while you string it. I use the normal step through method with this bow because it makes some noise. So 37 pounds. The string is in here on the string pad, there on the string pad, so that's all there is to it. And now you have your bow strung. And this is how the bow is looking now. I mean, it looks interesting. I would think if Jörg Sprave is watching my videos, which most probably he does not, that these limbs, this double limb system would be nice on a little crossbow. Huh? I'm just thinking out loud. So here, Locust grab, Grozer, and inside there you see it's written a double limb. It's totally interesting. I don't know now which material. I think this TRH material and even carbon is here in this limb. So it's his newest technology he has. We have here a quite massive string knock, a nice string bridge, and then here all these mechanisms here, and here you can adjust something, I guess, I don't know. I said I am not, and I guess with these screws you can adjust the poundage a little bit, but of course you need to do it on both sides, I guess, otherwise it's not going to work. So what do we have? Here is a little but not much slack. So here it starts, and then so 31 inches. The draw is very interesting. I mean, look at the bow again. So here it starts heavy. Here it gets easy. And here it gets. So the draw first heavy, then it gets easy, and then at the end it gets stiff again. So I would say from 25, maybe 26. Then it gets stiff, and then it gets really stiff, so the last inch up there is really stiff. So 31. I would say this is a good bow for hunters in America. You draw 27, 28 inches, then I think this bow is nice. Everything more than 28 is a little stacking, but before this you get a really a decent, you know, the draw curve is loosening up a little bit. It's very interesting. So there is nothing wobbly, rattly, a little noise here, but this is all a bit, this all makes a bit noise here. Just mechanical parts and they make a bit noise. But it's a total interesting thing. For me this riser is not, so I wish there would be more like a horsebow riser. I don't know if one could make this and then not center shot. I most probably shoot way too far left now. So 28, 29, 30, and from 30 on it's like a wall. So the last inch feels like 50 pounds and shall we shoot? Okay. As you can imagine, I have no idea of grain per pound, but Csaba was so nice to include 2 arrows with vanes. They are, I think, 31 inches and they are 275 grain. I guess at full draw we are roughly at 50 pounds. If I have time, I will do a draw curve. So with vanes, I would take care of the odd feather and a knocking point would be fine. I think you need to set up a bow like this, and I think a knocking point should be there too. So first the optics, second the arrow rest, and third is maybe a knocking point, that you set it up directly how it's supposed to be, because I don't know, should it be now straight or a little up like with a recurve? So I need to figure out now. Goes way to the left, I said, because it's a center shot bow. Oh yeah. Sounds nice, no? So these are his arrows. Oh, see, to the left. These are my arrows. They are 200, I think the same, 270. They are only a little longer. Nice. So I'm just warming up, guys. It's not about accuracy, it's just I'm happy to hit the target. I most probably don't need to hold the bow that tight. Now, yeah, see? These ones all go in the same direction already. And this one is 250 grain, 30 and a half or almost 31 inches. So this is a little more lightweight. Let's see what it does. But I am still not throwing fully. 28, 29 feels good. 30 is, throw curve at the end is really getting up a little bit. There we make sure that the veins are inside. The old feather is out, I mean. Now the target fell, of course. So we shoot the bottom. He said bottom. Oh, seems rather fast. I need to get up at the target again. Wow. So it's not loud. I expected a little more noise, but nice. So these arrows, just nice. Nothing feels like whatever too lightweight or something. Mine I like a little more. It's very interesting. So it's even intriguing shooting this bow. This is fancy. And let's see what we get out of it with the 275 grain from Csaba. Most probably I don't draw fully, so this is I draw maybe 31 inches. Let's see. 218. Yeah. Told you it's fast. Oh, 192. See, bad shot. They are, I think, roughly the same weight. You really need to. The last inch is crucial. 206. 213, and then you can pump it up once you this last half inch back there. 211, and the 250 grain arrow. 213. So totally unscientific. This is what I get out of it. Maybe one could draw half an inch more, but this bow is really at the end getting a little stiff. With one of Czaba's arrows first. So I will tell you my thought in a second. Yep, one of my arrows. Czaba's arrow. And now only mine left, the heavier ones. Yep. Go away, fly. Where you point. Nice, and a lightweight one. Fast and silent. I said it feels like 50 pounds. If I have time, I will do a 4-stroke curve at home for you guys, and then I show it to you later. and 275 grain arrows, which I got from Csaba. And you know what he thinks of. Of course, his arrow flies straight because it's a center shot bow. With these two, I'm not that accurate. I should with my cheap ones here. This bow is most probably not really meant for thumb release, but it's not impossible. Yeah. These ones I shoot a group. Yup, and a light one. 250 gram, not sure if this is not too light, Csaba. All roughly in the ballpark, still not there with accuracy, so I need to figure how to hold this bow, but you, whatever, know it anyway better. So what does the bow do? Did it get better now? Oh, so beginning hard, here easy, and now it's getting hard again. And back there, so it's from 30 to 31, really hard. But what you get, of course, with the speed is a flat trajectory and or a better penetration power. So these arrows go just through my target. It's not a new target anymore, but nice. It's more fun to shoot than I expected. Katra, huh? Shall we do Katra? We don't need Katra because this bow is already center shot. And it doesn't feel right, Katra, so it's not a Katra bow. But you can tilt your bow if you go hunting. I think it's a good hunting bow. If it's not too loud at the end with the string hitting the string pads. Maybe one could put some felt on it, then it silences it a little down. But this bow screams for customization. Ah, these are always in a group. The others, me, but these three. Very nice bow. So patrons, be prepared. Soon you will get a question on my Patreon page. And everybody who answers right will participate in the shootout, and one of you lucky guys will get this bow. As said, I'm not a technical or bow builder or what have you. Whatever this is a double limb bow. It shoots very, very fast, of course. You don't have much, not very long limbs, so they're very short, 22 inches. And you still get 30-inch decent draw and 31 if you force it, but back there it's really like going up the hill. But nonetheless, nice. Of course, this bow is not for everyone, so you really need to like this idea and you really want to have something different. It's not, as I said, a compound bow or not even like an Oneida with you know, whatever, with this foldable. See, you don't have here a foldable, so you have two limbs. It's a double limb bow. And he said it's a Locust crab bow because it looks like a crab, I guess. For the rest, it's totally interesting. I mean, you need to come up with an idea like this from scratch and design this and make this and then even make it work in such a way. And when you see the limbs, how they... Check out the limb again. How this limb is moving. Totally interesting, isn't it? Fascinating bow. Has a price, but as said before, the version 1 was I think 1,200 euros. Now it's 750 or something right now on the website. I think I got it 650 plus 50 shipping. The screw seems a little loose, so maybe you really need to check sometimes the screws. And this one seems loose. There's some rattle, so that's why you get your Allen key, so you just check that your nuts are all tightened. I'm joking. So, what can I say? It's a very interesting bow. It's so totally not my bow. Way too heavy, way too clunky, but I would think for hunters or precision 3D, this thing is really, really good. Just not for me, fast shooting or whatever, and with Katra. So this is not for dynamic shooting, this is more appropriate shooting. And then it's fine. things, as said, I didn't like that much are all these scratches or marks. I don't know. This is, for the price point, I expect some premium and not something beaten up here. Maybe the finish needs to be different here, or we need to spray paint or what have you, but it doesn't look, it looks already very used and beaten up, and I just put it out of the box. So this is one thing, and the second thing is I would invest then by myself in a proper arrow rest, because this is just a flimsy plastic thing which will disintegrate after a while, and this bow deserves a proper arrow rest. I would make for myself here a little bump on the hole and a little bump on this side, you know, that I have my arrow properly aligned and I shoot from the shelf, because I don't like to shoot from this thing. Then I don't know if the geometry would be so much different. I guess not when you shoot from the shelf, but you can make this bump a little higher, you know, 3D print or whatever, make something out of wood and put some leather or some fur on it, and then you have a nice zack, and it's nicer for me. These are the things I would change. So for me, the arrow rest and Csaba, maybe the finishing here is really, it's used like, it looks like you got it from a used bow market somewhere, and here the guy was using it 5 years already in the forest and was beating it up. It doesn't look very nice. So maybe we can change it, I don't know. This is the one thing I really don't like. And the second thing is 760 euros. Even for 5 euros you get a nice arrow rest and not this plasticky. This you get with snake bows, you get something like this. And the snake bow costs only 30 euros. So this is my gripe. And then of course you can put broomsticks and sights and everything what have you on this bow, which is really nice. The handle, even for left hand, doesn't feel now that uncomfortable. Maybe if I would shoot it, I would double up the handle here a little bit, that I have a bit more beef underneath. But it did not bother me now with shooting. Of course, if you're lefty, then this bow feels just right in your hand, and then you can do your 3-finger, whatever have you. It's just nice. It's a very interesting bow. A nice idea. I don't know if one could make it now better. Ronald, it's up to you. You're the technician. I'm just an archer. I shoot bows. I don't build bows, so I don't care. This is a built bow. I shoot it and I tell you what I think of it. If you can do it better, do it better. If not, don't do it. But as simple as that. This is a really already refined bow. I said I shot the first version when I was in Hungary, when we did this movie about Hatra. Will be out maybe one day soon. We had a nice interview with him and was interesting. You see this one here goes in a curve here down there. So this is really, there is really tension in it. Totally, and this one runs here flat. This is, you need to come up with an idea like this. So that means he's really an ingenious engineer. You see it with his bicycles, you see it with his bow. It's just, wow, wonderful. So, that's all. Csaba, thank you for always creating something new, something interesting. Sure, not a bow for everyone, but an interesting bow. Patrons, look out for the video. Watch the video. I will ask you a question about this bow. Everybody who answers right, I said, will participate in the giveaway, and then one of you lucky guys will have this bow. Will be shipped then instantly to wherever you live. Hoo-ha! And that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you in the next one. And don't forget, there's an online course with me available on my website. Some of you should check it out before they come to me for a real course. Thank you.